What's going on, guys? Evan the Dark Souls enthusiast here, bringing another Dark Souls gameplay commentary. This is going to be part 11 of my Elly installment of videos where I grind out the Tomb of the Giants, which is probably my least favorite area in the game because not only can you not see anything unless you have a skull lantern, sunlight maggot helm, or the spell light, you have to deal with Trusty Patches, who's a carryover from Demon Souls, and yes, he still screws you over. And yes, although it's completely obvious bad things are going to happen to you, you still probably want to go through with his charade there because, well, it plays off because just getting the access to the items he always gives you access to valuable items with the intent of killing you, but fortunately it usually works out to your benefit because, you have unlimited respawns anyway, but in this were real life or something like that, if this were the real world, this would be kind of a big problem. But anyways, you can tell I'm pretty chipper. I'm using a new microphone here, so I'm not real sure about my sound settings yet, so if you guys could give me some comments, this is really important. I know all commentators ask for comments all the time, and I ask them all the time because, it really encourages us when, we get kind of burned out. Like, if you're not commentating Call of Duty frequently, you're probably not getting a whole lot of views, so you're really catering to a small audience, so it really helps if, you hear from people about how it's going. But this is extra important, even that aside. I need to know if these sound settings work for you guys, a little louder, a little softer. This is it's a much nicer microphone than what I was using, but at the same time, the higher quality involves sort of a higher need to customize the equalizers and things like that, whatnots. Anyway, this is on with the Dark Souls commentary. This is a pretty important area to get access to if you're like Elly and you are a faith caster. If you're just coming to this series now, Elly is the name of this character, so instead of saying my character, I just call her Elly to make it a little more personal because she's pretty cool. If you don't remember these guys, these are the two guys that were at the Firelink Shrine with the priestess earlier. She's on a secret mission to acquire kindling to kindle bonfires. Imagine that. These are her escorts. They've gone hollow. The steps to making her appear are pretty simple. I'm not going to outline them, to making them appear down here are pretty simple. I'm not going to outline it step by step, but to make it simple, don't kill Petrius, or whatever his name is. The first miracle seller. Yeah, his name is Petrus. Don't kill Petrus of Thornhold, whatever. Anyway, don't kill that guy, at which point you should be good to go. Talk to them, talk to everybody ever whenever you see them in Firelink Shrine, just to make sure you're not missing any story events. Rarely is it essential, but it doesn't take a whole lot of time just to, just to talk to everybody, and you should explore the dialogue anyway. In any case, I'm playing pretty badly here. These guys aren't hard, but the way I'm playing would maybe lead you to believe it's hard. There's a couple things here. This is a late game area, probably one of the last areas in the game many people will come to, which makes a lot of sense, but unfortunately I am not rocking the kind of equipment or spells I should. I'm completely unprepared to be here right now. I'm using like a +5 Divine Rapier still, and it's not good enough. The damage isn't high enough. I can block fine, it's just getting the damage in this confined space, and I can't see, 5 feet in front of me because of the environment. Just another Tomb of the Giants problem. But in any case, Pyromancy always works. I recommend everyone upgrades a Pyromancy's Flame to +15, even if it's just for 1 attunement slot for greater combustion, because it makes so many fights easier. The important thing is, once you clear these guys out, you can talk to the priestess from before and make sure you fully explore her dialogue options. That way she returns to the Undead Parish, which will be in the next in this video where you see me buying all the miracles. She was right back there and I passed her. I couldn't remember where she was, so I'm kind of wandering around aimlessly like, where's the priestess? I don't understand. And it's really, and I was kind of, I'm not going to say panicking, but I was like pretty high energy right now because getting Elly these miracles is essential to her character. She's a faith caster that uses faith weaponry and things like that, so it's absolutely imperative that she talks to everybody. All the tower skeletons, these guys aren't hard, but in these narrow corridors it can be sort of annoying, and they're weak to fire, being that they're just a stack of bones, which would be pretty cool, except the fact I used most of my pyromancy spells in order to kill the 2 hollowed bodyguards to the priestess. So now I'm just sort of pecking away with my rapier, hiding behind my shield, because that's what rapiers are good for. And I'm gonna be honest, in this point of the video, I kind of want to impress you guys with my sweet Dark Souls gameplay skills, but they're not where I wanted them. I wound up just embarrassing myself as I kept getting hit trying to sneak in for like the heavy attacks. In case you guys were wondering, these big guys right here, these are also the guys that allow you to farm white tantanite slabs. To my knowledge, this could be the only way to get one. I'm not positive, but if you're like me and you're using divine weapons, you need a, or you're using occult weapons, really, you need a plus 10. Just, you know, you gotta have that to complete your character, and this is where you go about doing so. Grind it through those towers, and now I'm gonna go back and talk to the priestess. There's other items to be had in here you'll see later in the video, but in the meantime, we're gonna talk to the priestess and get everything set up. In the second half of this video, we'll be exploring the divine ember. You know, nothing too major here, but absolutely imperative to this character. Anyone who's using faith, all of the cool stuff you get is in the Tomb of the Giants, and paladin armor's down here too. That won't be featured in the video segments for a long time, because I believe you have to have the Lord Vessel to make Paladin Leroy appear, and he's the one that drops paladin armor. So typically better just to come here after you have the Lord Vessel in general, but I don't do things in order because I wanted to get some PvP done, and I was going to be a faith cache that PvPs without Wrath of Gods, because, you know, Wrath of Gods is a great Magic the Gathering card, and it's an absolutely phenomenal miracle. You know, I just wanted to sort of get my little secret thing in there that I'm, you know, believe it or not, I also play Magic the Gathering casually, although I own competitive decks. Not that anyone watching this really cares, but I'm just going to throw that out there for you guys anyway. And of course, once you grab that white tantanite, all these Tower Skeleton guys appear. Once again, not a big deal if you have Pyromancy, kind of annoying if you don't. The big problem for me right now is, of course, I've used all my Pyromancy, and I'm really scared they're going to endanger and hurt the Priestess, so I'm just like, gonna run away. You can always come back and farm these guys later, once you have the Lord Vessel, so you can just complete the area. This is not the kind of area in Dark Souls you want to spend a lot of time at. This is the kind of area you want to probably come to once or twice in your lifetime, then just be done with it. If you have a Sunlight Maggot helmet, you get in Lost Azalea, this area is a lot easier because instead of having to carry the lantern in my offhand, you'll see me, you know, in my left hand I have the Skull Lantern the Necromancer's drop, and I acquired one down after Patches put me in the hole like a jerk. Pretty important, really. The Sunlight Maggot, it goes on your helm. It becomes your helm instead of your left hand, so you can still carry a shield, or you can still two-hand, or do all the things you probably want to do. This video has some editing in it. You're going to see some jumps here. I'm not anything important, just cut up a couple minutes in the video just to edit out my little exploration, which led to no items, and my little exploration that led me to finding 0 things. Plus, I farmed those Tower Skeletons for a while to get some of my white tantanite, so all in all, nothing important was edited out. This 8-minute mark, we're going to finish up with Patches here momentarily, and then we're going to go on and try to finish out the Tomb of the Giants here, for me at least, grab the large Divine Ember. That's really all I can do right now without the Lord Vessel, because if you go to a sort of in-game boss without the Lord Vessel in your possession, and you haven't placed the Lord Vessel in Firelink Shrine, you'll get sort of an orange wall of power, and it says this power is blocked by the Great Lord, which of course is Lord Gwyn, the final boss of the game. So until you get that resolved, you really can't finish this area out, and you can't get Paladin Leroy to invade. It's disappointing, but I get why they did it, both as a game mechanics perspective. You know, no complaints here. Are you guys still enjoying this series of videos? I've got a lot of Elly stuff to still upload. Dark Souls videos don't get nearly as many hits as my Call of Duty videos, but I've been putting way more Dark Souls stuff up because it's just way more my speed of a game. I like shooters, but I'm kind of burned out on them. I'll be real honest, I would appreciate a little encouragement, even if it's just one comment or two. I know that sounds really cheesy, but like, these do take time to put together, and I'm not complaining. I love it. I love every second of it. I've always loved every second of it. But I don't need to sort of talk to myself in my head. I don't actually need to make a commentary video to sort of immortalize it. That's not really my thing. So if I just reach 30 viewers, that's great. You know, a subscriber a month will be enough for me, as long as I know this content's still good. So I guess, you know, this is the new year coming around, and it's a good time to pick up new habits, give up old habits, whatever. And this hole is where the Divine Ember is. And by the way, getting this Ember is hellish. Down in this hole is every giant skeleton ever, and there's no light whatsoever. So I recommend just coming in here and smashing roll, maybe wearing a Ring of Sacrifice so you can grab the ring and just die, and your ring will break, and you go back to the bonfire, and you can never go back there again. I didn't do that because I just didn't think of it in time, so now I have to go fight for my bloodstain through all the skeletons, and it's going to be a pain in the butt. That was just a sort of a miscalculation on my part, but you'll see me do some editing there. The reason we cut to the bonfire twice was I ran back to the bonfire right after leaving to see if I had any fog rings or anything like that to make me hard to detect. If you have fog rings and stuff like that so the enemies can't see you as well, you can usually sneak through there pretty well. Or if you have good AoE spells, you can jump down there and AoE the whole mob, like Firestorm and stuff like that. But I've run out of time on the video, so I want to wrap up my previous thought. Time for New Year, guys. If anyone's watching these, let me know if they're good. It's not really about ratings to me. I mean, ratings are great, but if you can't rate, if you could just give me a heads up in the comments if you like this stuff, you don't like this stuff, more of this, more of that. Alright guys, I really appreciate your attention. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this video interesting and the commentary entertaining. There should be a couple more coming out here really soon. I'm going to try to catch up. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching once again. Have a great New Year.